The festival's glow is a distant memory as I slip out of the alley, Wellsmere's fog slinking back like a mate who's been waiting to spill gossip. The spire's shadow cuts through the mist, but the cobblestones keep playing tricks, twisting under my soggy trainers like the town's got a vendetta. My bag's a thief's hall journal photo pocket, watch Apple each item, a puzzle piece I'm not sure I want to fit together. The air's sharp with that burnt sugar smell, and the whispers are back smirk as ever. Stay, I mutter. Get a new line fog, but my heart's hammering like it's auditioning for a drum solo. My gran used to say old souls know old truths. She'd say it while sipping tea with her mates, their eyes glinting with secrets they'd take to the grave. Right now, I need someone with that kind of wisdom, because Wellsmere's secrets are stacking up like unpaid bills. The street curves and I spot a building I missed before, a library. Not the dusty archive from earlier, but a squat stone structure with windows like half-closed eyes. Its sign reads, Wellsmere Public Library, and it's giving off serious enter at your own risk vibes. I push the door hinges, creaking like they're personally offended. Inside, it's warm smelling of old books and wax polish with a hint of something musty like forgotten dreams. Shelves tower to the ceiling, crammed with leather-bound tomes and yellowed pamphlets. A gas lamp flickers, casting shadows that dance like they're mocking me. Behind a desk, an elderly woman looks up, her face a map of wrinkles, her eyes sharp as pins. You're late, she says, like we had an appointment. Joke one. If this library's got a loyalty card, I'm already in debt. Late for what, I ask. Aiming for casual. She hums, adjusting her glasses, which are chained around her neck like they're plotting an escape. For leaving, she says, her voice low, like she's sharing a secret with the books. My gran's wisdom hits listen to the old, they've seen the world's tricks. This woman's seen something all right, and I'm betting it's tied to the chime, the fog, the whole bloody town. I lean on the desk, my bag clinking. Know anything about the clock tower? Her eyes narrow like I've asked her to spill state secrets. You've been poking about, haven't you? She says, folding her hands, knuckles gnarled as tree roots. Fun fact, librarians in Victorian times were often gatekeepers of local lore, curating stories as much as books. This one's guarding something, and I'm not leaving without a clue. There's a debate in folklore studies about how oral traditions hide truths in plain sight. Wellsmere's doing that, but it's not chatting. She stands, beckoning me to follow. Call me Agnes, she says, leading me through shelves that feel like they're closing in. We stop at a nook with a table piled with scrolls and a single chair that looks like it's served time. Sit, she says, and I do, because arguing with Agnes feels like challenging a dragon. She pulls a scroll, its edges frayed, and unrolls it. It's a map of Wellsmere, but wrong streets loop in spirals. The clock tower marked with a symbol like the ones in my journal. The chime binds, she says, tapping the map. It holds the cycle, keeps us here. Her voice is steady, but her eyes flick to the shadows like she's expecting company. My pulse picks up the journal's bindings, the river's chain. The mirror's other Wellsmere. It's all connected. How do I break it, I ask, because I'm clearly the hero in a story I didn't sign up for. Agnes laughs dry as dust. You don't. You leave, or you stay. Joke 2. If Wellsmere's got an escape room, Agnes is the worst hint giver ever. I lean closer, the map's ink smudged but sharp, showing a square I haven't seen. What's this? I point, and her face tightens. Don't go digging there, she warns. Some doors don't open twice. Great, so there's a literal trapdoor in my future. I'm about to push for more when a creak echoes. Not the shelves, but something heavier, like stone, shifting. Agnes freezes her hand, gripping the scroll. Time to go, she says, rolling the map and shoving it at me. Keep moving, don't stop. Her urgency is contagious, and I'm on my feet, bag swinging. The lamp flickers, shadows lunging like they've got teeth. I head for the door, Agnes's voice trailing me. Beware the chime's last call. Joke 3, if this town's got a tourism slogan, it's come for the fog, stay forever. The door slams behind me, and the fog's waiting thicker than ever, like it's pissed I got a hint. The map's heavy in my hands. The spire's shadow, just visible. Agnes's warning ties to the journal, the well, the festival's mask, well smears. A knot I'm too deep to untangle, but I'm not stopping now. The square on the map's calling, and I'm too stubborn or too daft to ignore it. The fog's got Wellsmere in a stranglehold, and I'm clutching Agnes's map like it's my only lifeline as I stumble back onto the cobblestones. My trainers are squelching my bags, a clinking mess of stolen relics, journal, photo, pocket watch, apple. And now, this cryptic scroll and the whispers are back hissing, stay like they're stuck on repeat. The spire's shadow flickers through the mist, but I'm not chasing it yet. Agnes's warning about the square on her map is burning a hole in my brain, and I'm too deep in this town's madness to back out now. The air's thick with that burnt sugar stench, and every step feels like I'm wading through a dream I can't wake from. My gran used to say, "What's hidden wants to stay that way." She'd mutter it while locking her diary, her eyes daring me to snoop. Right now, Wellsmere's hiding something big, and that square's the key, or a trap I'm too daft to avoid. I unroll the map, its ink smudged but sharp, the spiral streets looping like a labyrinth. The square's marked with a symbol, a circle with lines, like the ones in the journal. The clock tower, the well. My heart's thumping like it's late for a train, and the fog swirls like it's eavesdropping. I follow the map, the streets twisting underfoot, cottages leaning in like nosy neighbors. The whispers grow louder, not just stay, but something new below. I mutter cheers for the clarity fog, because sarcasm's my only defense. Joke 1, if Wellsmere's got a GPS, it's programmed to take the creepiest route. The map leads me to a plaza, not the market square, but smaller. Its cobblestones cracked, a dry fountain in the center, shaped like a vine-wrapped pillar. It's empty, but the air's heavy, like the town's holding its breath. I circle the fountain, the map trembling in my hands. There's a debate in archaeology about how sacred sites hide their secrets, some with traps, others with misdirection. This square's doing both, because the cobblestones look normal but feel wrong, like they're humming under my trainers. Fun fact, medieval towns often built over older sites, burying rituals under churches or squares. I'm betting this one's got something buried too. I kneel, brushing dirt from a stone, and spot a faint carving, a circle, just like the map's symbol. My gran's wisdom hits don't dig unless you're ready for answers. She'd probably tell me to leg it, but I'm too stubborn. I press the stone, and it shifts, a low grind, echoing like the earth's groaning. A slab slides open, revealing steps descending into darkness. The air cool and damp, smelling of stone and secrets. My pulse is a drum solo. Joke 2. If this town's got a basement, it's definitely not for wine tasting. I pull out the pocket watch, its face glinting in the faint light, still stuck at midnight. Its warm pulsing like it's excited about the creepy staircase. I step down the fog, trailing me like it's curious too. The steps are worn spiraling tight, and the walls are carved with symbols that make my eyes itch. The whispers are louder. Here, not outside, but in my head. Below, I mutter. All right, I'm going chill, but my voice shakes. The stairs end in a chamber, its ceiling lost in shadows, walls glistening with damp. In the center, a stone altar is carved with vines and circles surrounded by chains, like the one in the river, their links etched with symbols. The air is thick like I'm breathing history, and the pocket watch in my bag's practically vibrating. I approach the altar, my trainers scuffing the floor, and spot a hollow in its surface shaped like the watch. Great, so I'm in a cosmic escape room, and my cursed souvenir's the key. I hesitate Agnes's warning. Some doors don't open twice, ringing in my ears. There's a creak above, like the slabs shifting, and the whispers spike urgent now. Now. I fish out the watch, my hands clammy, and place it in the hollow. It clicks fitting, like it was made for this. And the chamber hums the chains, rattling like they're waking up. The symbols on the walls glow faintly, and my heart's doing a full-on rave. Joke 3. If Wellsmere's got a secret club, I just found the VIP room. The hum fades, but the air's heavier, like I flipped a switch I can't unflip. The watch is still there, but it feels different, colder. I grab it, shoving it back in my bag, and bolt for the stores, the chains clinking behind me like they're sulking. The slab's still open, thank God, and I scramble out the fog, rushing in like it's pissed. I went snooping. The square's empty, but the fountain's vines look sharper, like they're watching. The map's still in my hand, crumpled but intact. The spire's shadow looms closer, and the chime's echo lingers in my chest like it's counting down. Whatever I did below, it stirred something, and Wellsmere's not happy about it. I'm too deep to stop, but every step feels like I'm signing up for a finale I might not survive. The fog's got Wellsmere in a death grip, and I'm stumbling out of that square with my heart hammering like I've just outrun a ghost. My bag's a jangling mess journal photo, pocket watch, Apple map, and the watch is colder now, like it's sulking after its stint in the altar. The cobblestones feel shakier, the air thick with that burnt sugar stench, and the whispers are relentless, hissing now like they're late for a meeting. The spire's shadow looms sharp through the mist, and I know I'm headed back to the clock tower. That chime's been the puppet master all along, and it's time to face it. My gran used to say, "Choices cut deeper than knives." She dropped that while mending clothes, her needle flashing like she was stitching life's loose ends. Right now, I'm staring down a choice stay and unravel Wellsmere's mess of bolt and pray I outrun the fog. The chamber's hum still vibrates in my chest, and the watch's click in that altar felt like signing a contract I didn't read. I mutter, "Gran, you'd have a field day with this," and keep moving the spire, pulling me like a magnet. The streets straighten like the town's given up on misdirecting me. Cottages fade into the mist, their windows dark but watchful. I pass the pub, its sign creaking, and spot the apple lady outside her eyes, glinting like she knows what I did below. Careful, love, she calls her voice too sweet. Joke 1, if Wellsmere's got a betting pool, she's got odds on me screwing this up. I nod, clutching my bag, and hurry on. There's a debate in philosophy about free will versus fate, whether choices are yours or scripted. Right now, Wellsmere's got me feeling like a pawn in its creepy chess game. The clock tower looms ahead, its stone vines sharper in the fog. The chime hits louder than ever, rattling my teeth and shaking the ground. It's not just a sound, it's a summons, and my feet are moving before I can overthink it. Fun fact, ancient bells were cast with rituals their tones believed to bend time or summon spirits. This one's bending something all right, and I'm caught in its wake. I reach the tower's side door, the one I climbed before, and its open ivy swaying like it's beckoning. Inside, the spiral stairs are darker, the air colder, smelling of rust and stone. The symbols on the walls glow faintly like they're waking up. My trainers echo, and the whispers are gone, replaced by the chimes echo in my head. Now I climb, my legs burning, the pocket watch heavy in my bag. At the top, the gear room's the same rusted cogs, grimy window, but the air's electric like a storm's brewing indoors. The chime sounds again so loud, I stagger, grabbing a gear for balance. The window's glass ripples, showing not Wellsmere, but another town, sepia streets, figures in old clothes like the mirror's vision. My reflection's there, but older, my eyes like Agnes's, heavy with secrets. I blink, and it's just me looking like I've aged a decade. Joke 2. If this tower's got a skincare routine, it's pure stress. I pull out the journal, its pages fluttering like they're nervous. A line stands out. The final chime offers a doorstay or flee. Great, so I've got a cosmic ultimatum. The chime hits again, and the gears creak, moving for the first time, slow and grinding. The cymbals flare, and the room shakes, dust raining down. My bag slips the watch, tumbling out, its face glowing like it's possessed. I grab it, and the glow fades, but the room's still trembling. The journal's right. This is the final chime, and Wellsmere's demanding a choice. Stay and break the cycle, or flee and leave it spinning. My grand's wisdom kicks in. Choose with your heart, but check the fine print. I step to the window, the other Wellsmere, flickering like a bad signal. The fog outside swirls, and I see figures: Eleanor, the apple lady, the cloaked stranger, watching from below. Their eyes aren't hostile, just tired, like they're trapped too. I grip the watch, its cold metal grounding me. If I stay, what's the catch? I mutter, half expecting an answer. The chime's echo fades, and the silence is worse, heavy with expectation. I could smash the watch, maybe stop the gears, but the journal's vague on what breaking means. Fleeing's tempting, but the fog's not exactly rolling out a welcome mat. Joke 3. If Wellsmere's got an exit sign, it's written in invisible ink. The gears groan, slowing, and the symbols dim. The choice is now, or I'm stuck in this loop forever. I take a breath, heart pounding, and make my move, hoping I'm not signing up for eternal regret. The clock tower's gears grind to a halt as I stand there. Pocket watch in hand, the final chimes echo, fading like a bad dream. Wellsmere's fog presses against the window, the sepia town flickering in the glass like a taunt. My bag spilled open, journal, photo, apple map, and the air's so thick I can barely breathe, heavy with that burnt sugar stench. The symbols on the walls are dim now, but the town's not done with me. It's like Wellsmere itself, is leaning in, waiting to see if I'll stay or bolt. My heart's hammering, and the watch feels like a grenade, cold and heavy, ready to blow my choice wide open. My gran used to say, places hold grudges longer than people. She'd mutter it while weeding her garden, glaring at a patch of stubborn nettles like they'd personally offended her. Right now, Wellsmere's got a grudge, and I've stirred it up by poking its secrets, the well, the chamber, the chime. The journal's door is metaphorical maybe, but the tower feels like a threshold, and the town's not keen on letting me cross it. I mutter, Gran, you'd have a right go at this place, and grip the watch tighter. I step back from the window, the other Wellsmere vanishing, leaving just my reflection, pale, knackered, and looking like I've seen too much. The fog outside swirls, and I swear I hear it hiss not words, but a low growl, like the town's waken up. There's a debate in geography about genius loci, the spirit of a place. Some say it's just vibes, others swear it's real. Wellsmere's spirit is real, all right, and it's pissed I've been stooping in its basement. I kneel, shoving my bag's contents back in the journal's pages, crinkling like they're protesting. A line catches my eye. The cycle resists the breaker. Great, so Wellsmere's not just a trap. It's a tantrum-throwing trap. Fun fact, old towns were often built with defensive tricks, maze-like streets, hidden gates to keep outsiders out. Wellsmere's doing that, but it's locking me in. The streets shifting, the fog thickening like a wall. I stand, the watch still in my hand, its midnight hands mocking me. A creak echoes not the gears, but the tower itself, like it's shifting under my feet. The air's colder, the gaslight flickering like it's on its last gasp. Joke one. If this tower's got a landlord, they're skimping on maintenance. I head for the spiral stairs, but the steps feel steeper. The symbols on the walls pulsing faintly, like they're warning me off. The fog seeps in through the door below, curling up the stairs like it's chasing me. Back off, I snap, because yelling at mist is my new hobby. Halfway down, the watch heats up, burning through my palm. I nearly drop it, cursing, as I juggle it to my other hand. The symbols flare, and the tower shakes, dust raining like confetti at a funeral. The fog's growl is louder, vibrating in my chest, and I stumble, catching myself on the wall. It's not just the tower, Wellsmere's fighting back, like I've tripped an alarm by messing with its cycle. My gran's wisdom hits, don't fight what's bigger than you, outsmart it. She'd probably nick the fog's lunch money and call it a day. I reach the door. The fog's so thick it's like wading through soup. Outside, the square's gone, replaced by a street I don't recognize, cottages looming like they've moved house just to mess with me. The watch cools, but the air's electric like a storm's brewing. I pull out the map, its spiral streets blurring as I squint. The square's still marked, but the spire's dot is moving, like Wellsmere's rewriting itself. Joke 2. If this town's got a sat-nav, it's drunk on fog. I keep moving, the cobblestones slick, the fog pushing back like it's got hands. The whispers are back, not words, but a hum, like the chime's ghost. I pass a shuttered shop, its mannequins staring like they're in on the joke. The apple in my bag feels heavier, and I'm half tempted to chuck it, but I don't. Every relic's a clue, and I'm not giving Wellsmere the satisfaction of winning. The street curves and the spire's shadow sharpens, but it's wrong too. Tall, too jagged, like the town's mocking me with a fake. A figure flickers ahead, cloaked and silent like the river ghost. "Oi, you again," I call, but they're gone. the fog swallowing them like a cheap magic trick. The watch pulses, and the hum spikes the ground trembling. Wellsmere's not letting me go. It's closing ranks, the cycle tightening like a noose. Joke 3. If this town's got a bouncer, it's the fog, and I'm on the blacklist. I grip the watch, my choice made, but not sealed. The spire's close, but getting there feels like defying a god that's already written my ending. Wellsmere's fog is a living thing now, clawing at me like it's got a score to settle as I stumble toward the spire's shadow. My trainers slip on the cobblestones. My bag's a rattling hoard journal photo pocket, watch, Apple Map. And the watch is ice-cold like it's mourning the choice I'm about to make. The hum's gone, but the silence is worse thick with the burnt sugar stench that's soaked into my skin. The town's done playing its streets, don't twist anymore, leading me straight to the clock tower like I'm on a leash. The final chime's waiting, and Wellsmere's betting I'll blink first. My gran used to say, endings are just beginnings in disguise. She'd whisper it while knitting her needles, clicking like they were weaving fate. Right now, I'm hoping she's right, because this feels like an ending, and I'm not sure what's on the other side. The spire looms its vines sharper the clock face, glaring down with its midnight hands. The fog parts just enough to show the tower's door open and waiting like a mouth. I mutter, Gran, you'd have a right go at this, and step forward, heart thumping like it's trying to escape. Inside, the air's heavy, smelling of rust and stone. The spiral stairs, lit by a faint glow from the symbols on the walls. They're dull now, like they've spent their last spark. My trainers echo softer than before, like the tower's swallowing sound. There's a debate in mythology about thresholds, places where worlds meet, where choices stick. This tower's one, and Wellsmere's daring me to cross it. I climb the watch in my hand, its weight a reminder of the chamber's click, the cycle I've stirred. At the top, the gear room's quiet, the cog still, the window showing only fog. No sepia town, no ghost reflection, just me looking like I've run a marathon through a nightmare. Fun fact, clock towers were built to mark time, but some say they anchored it, tying towns to their rhythm. Wellsmere's clock's done more than anchor, it's trapped the whole bloody place. I step to the gears, the journal's words looping. The cycle breaks with sacrifice. Great, so I'm either the hero or the offering. The watch feels heavier, its midnight hands unmoving but alive like they're waiting for me to decide. I could smash it, stop the cycle, but Agnes's warning. Some doors don't open twice makes me pause. The fog outside presses closer, and I see them through the window. Eleanor, the apple lady, the cloaked figure, their faces soft, almost pleading. They're trapped too, bound by the chime, the chain, the well's glow. My gran's wisdom hits freedom's a gift you give, not take. She'd probably tell me to do something daft like knit them all scarves and call it a day. I hold the watch over the gears, my hand shaking. The tower creaks, the fog growling like it knows what's coming. Joke 1. If this is my big hero moment, I deserve better lighting. I close my eyes, the chimes echo, faint in my chest, and let the watch fall. It hits the gears with a clang, the cymbals flaring the room, shaking like it's coughing up centuries. The fog screams, not whispers, a full-on wail, and the gears grind slow at first, then faster, like time's finally waking up. The window cracks the fog, pouring in, but its thinning light breaking through like a shy dawn. The figures below Fade their faces soft, almost smiling, like I've cut their strings. My bag feels lighter, the journal's weight gone, the apple crumbling to dust in my pocket. The watch is still there, its face blank, hands gone. The cycle's broken, or at least dented, and Wellsmere's grip is slipping. Joke 2. If this town's got a warranty, I'm demanding a refund. I stumble down the stairs, the tower steadying the symbols dark. Outside the fog's retreating, the square empty, the spire's shadow softening, the air's cleaner, the burnt sugar stench fading. I walk the cobblestones, firm the streets, straight leading out of town. The whispers are gone, replaced by a breeze that feels like a sigh. Joke 3. If Wellsmere's got a guest book, I'm leaving a 1-star review. The world grows quiet now, my steps softer, the town's edges blurring like a painting left in the rain. Wellsmere's secrets are scattered, its cycle cracked, and I'm walking away lighter, but not unchanged. The fog's a whisper of itself, trailing behind, like a child reluctant to let go. You're safe wherever you're listening to this. Let the night hold you, let the stars hum their own soft chime. Close your eyes, breathe slow and drift where the world can't follow. Sleep well, my friends, sleep well.